So the 6th roster update is coming up this Friday. What I've been doing this year so far, is doing a prediction video before the roster update comes out. There's a bunch of players that are like really shining after the All-Star break, and I really want to discuss those players, what they're doing, what their rating should be, and what I think it's going to be for NBA 2K21. ¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend.
Hey, before this video starts, please be an OG, join the pack, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you that come here and watch these videos, and I would love more of you to come. So, now, I'm going to start off always with the Philadelphia 76ers, Tobias Harris. This is the most obvious one. So, Ben Simmons has been missing some games, and Joel Embiid has been missing a lot of games. Tobias Harris has been the one that stepped up. They're still winning. In fact, even arguably blowing teams out. Hey, yo. Because Tobias Harris has been consistently doing well. 23 points per game, 6 assists on 53% from the field after the All-Star break. He has really stepped it up, and this team is still winning because of Tobias Harris. This next team I want to talk about is the Atlanta Hawks, with Trae Young specifically. His stats are not going up at all, but the Hawks are winning now. He's averaging like 23 and 10. But they're winning now. I think they're like 6-0 after the All-Star break. And because of that, because they're winning now, back into a huge playoff position, Trae Young needs to go up. Maybe even like the 89 overall club, probably. John Collins as well. We were talking about how John Collins is arguably going to get traded because it wasn't working with the Hawks. That rumor shut up real quick after the All-Star break because John Collins has been on fire. He has 20 points per game, 9 rebounds on 2.2 blocks a game after the All-Star break. And they've been winning. And you can even argue Danilo Gallinari has been stepping up as well. He's probably going to get an upgrade as well. Up next, the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, bro. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists on 57% from the field while guarding the best player on every single team. Jimmy Butler is doing Jimmy Butler things again. The Miami Heat are back into that finals appearance of performance. Like, they're kind of back to where they were. They're also finally healthy, but the Heat are looking good, and I think Jimmy Butler is a big reason for that. So for the Charlotte Hornets, you know somebody that's been kind of disrespected this whole time? Terry Rozier. So LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward, 85 overalls, completely understandable. They're both putting up solid numbers, and on top of that, the Hornets have been the 7th seed on average in the East. It's been up and down, but they've been consistently good in the East. But the person that's been forgot about is Terry Rozier. Bro, he is right now the leading scorer for the Hornets. After the All-Star break, averaging 18 more than anybody else on this team. And they're still winning. And he's been consistent about it. I think it's disrespectful that he's not on par with these players. I think he should also be an 85 overall. At least in my opinion. Now, for the Utah Jazz, the #1 team in the NBA record-wise, Donovan Mitchell's an 88 overall. But Donovan Mitchell at the All-Star break has 29 points per game and 6 assists, bro. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's really freaking good. I don't know why I've been saying this. I've been saying this for 2 years now. I know they have their ratings tied. I know Rudy Gobert brings as much defense as Donovan Mitchell brings offense. But as of today, even if it's a little bit, I still believe Donovan Mitchell is the best player on the Jazz. If you watch them play, yes, Rudy Gobert has his defensive moments, and he even gets buckets here and there. But Donovan Mitchell is the one that initiates the offense, and it still is him. So he should be the best player on the Jazz, at least at 89 overall. So for the Kings, De'Aaron Fox is averaging 27 points per game and 7 assists after the All-Star break. I know this team isn't winning that many games, but still, De'Aaron Fox needs to at least go up a little bit, I'm expecting. For the Knicks, someone who's been disrespected this whole year, RJ Barrett. If you've watched Knicks games and you see RJ Barrett as the 5th best player on this team, you understand how ridiculous that is. After the All-Star break, RJ Barrett's averaging 22 points per game, 7 rebounds on 50% from the field, and arguably our best perimeter defender. Why is he not at least tied with the 2nd best player with Mitchell Robinson? I don't know what 2K is thinking, but he's at least an 82 overall at the minimum. So for the Lakers, Montrezl Harrell. There's actually a lot to go with this. So after the All-Star break, Montrezl Harrell's been averaging 20 points per game. So that alone should get him increased rating, right? He's clearly the 3rd best player on this team. But on top of it all, now you have LeBron and Anthony Davis injured. They're going to need to win some games, and Montrezl Harrell's going to have to be the one that gets buckets. I mean, Dennis Schroeder's rating should go up too. I expect him to go up as well. But Montrezl Harrell, more than anybody, is going to have to be the one that gets at least like 25 a game, dude. He's going to have to. So if that happens, 85 overall for Montrezl at least, right? For the Nets, I can talk about both these players. James Harden is literally in the MVP conversation this year again. But Kyrie Irving, after the All-Star break, is averaging 34 points per game on 61% from the field. How are these three allowed to be on the same team? It is insanity. It is insanity that they're both, all three of them are putting up MVP numbers. It is insane. But yeah, Kyrie, like a 93 overall at least, right? He's doing so good. So for the Nuggets, I'd say Michael Porter Jr. So first, the Nuggets are winning again, actually a pretty good amount. Jokic is looking like an MVP candidate, and arguably he probably is the MVP right now. But on top of that, 22 points per game, 9 rebounds on 62% from the field for Michael Porter Jr. At what point do you say, okay, maybe this dude's actually pretty good? And I said, I don't know if y'all remember a long time ago when he got drafted, I know he had the back injuries, but I was like, this dude, he just looks like a star. Like, he just looks like he's going to be a good NBA player. The moment he stepped on the court till now, he's just consistently showing us that he is pretty damn good, and he's only getting better. And he's only 22. So we're on the Raptors, somebody that's been just getting buckets all year. Norman Powell, 27.6 points per game, 55% from the field after the All-Star break. He is a leading scorer on this team. What else do you need me to say? He is the 4th best player on the team according to 2K, but he is a leading scorer by a lot. So I don't know what his rating should be, maybe like an 84, but it needs to be higher. So for the Rockets, the most obvious one is Kevin Porter Jr. After the All-Star break, which is the only time he's been playing with the Rockets, 17 points per game. He's had some big games for the Rockets so far. He's only 20 years old, 17 points per game. I'd see him at least getting like a 78 overall, dude, at least. All right, for the Suns, it's going to be kind of the same sentiment with the Jazz. I know that Chris Paul is fantastic, but Devin Booker is the best player on this team, and this one's not even close compared to the Jazz one. Devin Booker is averaging 27 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists after the All-Star break, and they're still one of the better teams in the NBA. And Devin Booker is clearly the best player on this team, and I don't even know why this has been an argument all season of who's the better player on the team. It's Devin Booker, and it should show that rating-wise very soon. I think Devin Booker needs to finally be in the 90 overall club. So this one's one that y'all were begging for. Anthony Edwards. He's only a 77 overall, right? Anthony Edwards is 10th in the NBA points per game after the All-Star break. He's averaging 27 points per game and 6 rebounds for the Timberwolves. He's a 77 overall, bro. How? He at least an 82 overall right now. At least. And imagine when this team's finally healthy. You have Cat, Malik Beasley's raw, D'Angelo Russell's gonna be healthy finally. Anthony Edwards is gonna be even better than this year. Like, dude, this team in the future is gonna be really good. Speaking of people in this team that are of the future, Jalen Noel, 20 years old, okay, 74 overall, and Jalen Noel. I don't know why I said Noel. Jalen Noel, 15 points per game after the All-Star break. He's been stepping up as well. Damian Lillard, he's averaging 35 points per game after the All-Star break on a ridiculous 52% from the field, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, leading the NBA in scoring right now after the All-Star break in MVP conversation. Yeah, 95 overall at least, right? At least. A big out of nowhere one for the Warriors. All the way back here, 72 overall, Jordan Poole. He's averaging 20 points per game on 53% from the field after the All-Star break. For Curry's missed a couple games, Jordan Poole has been the one to step up, and he's stepping up. Like, it's insanity. Can he continue this? I don't know. It could be a fluke. But at the moment, Jordan Poole for sure needs to be upgraded, for sure. And finally, one I cannot believe to this day has not been updated, Russell Westbrook. Dude, let me tell you his stats, okay? 28.5 points per game, 11 rebounds, 9 assists after the All-Star break, almost a triple-double, efficient. What is it that Russell Westbrook can't do? Why do we spend so much time hating on Westbrook? It makes no sense to me. It is obvious that Westbrook needs to go up at least like an 88, maybe an 89 overall, and arguably higher because the Wizards are starting to win more games too. That's the other thing. So that's a rating that needs to go up like today. Okay, that is all my opinions of this future roster update. What do you think? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.